Hey there, welcome back guys. We're live. I'm gonna sign in to chat. Hopefully it lets me. And everything crashed. Literally, I have to start all over again. I'm like, oh no, like literally everything was gone from the Streamlabs application. So one of our viewers had asked, tell me more about streaming. I was gonna like sign on and tell you more, but I guess I can walk you through it now because I gotta reset everything over again. Let me see if I can say hello. If it lets me, if I can hear a ding, I have to set those notifications back. So let's go here. I'm just gonna go to transition. So I heard a ding, but I have to reactivate everything, which is a bummer. I'm just gonna go to YouTube and then go here. Yeah, this is a real bummer. I lost everything. I lost it all. I'm just going to press Command 0. Some of you might get notifications, but that's okay. Let's see if I press hi again. Yeah, so I got to turn the ding on, because then that keeps our chats interactive. Let me see if there's audio here. Yeah, this is a real bummer. Okay, that's fine if that's working. Let me just do a pop out on here. Sucks big time. Well, at least you got to know how to set up your rig. If the shit crashes, you got to know how to get up and sailing all over again, especially in this case, which is a bummer. Like literally everything has to be set up all over again. Now I'm just looking at my chat. I think this is a chat box. Alerts overlay. I'm just gonna remove this one. Remove an overlay for the chat, and then leave action 5, and then add a new chat window, media. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit. It's going to take a couple hours. Subscription goal, tip jar, media. Dynamic alerts. Oh, that's just alerts. Chat box. There we go. And I'm going to add the chat box and then add source. Yay. This is like crazy. Now it's looking, got like a screen going. And that's what else I want to check. I have to go back. Once this loads, it says chat settings for chat box, but nothing's loading, so wait and see how that goes. But while that's doing that, let me close this, and then let me transition that to here, and then that should go here. Chat box, and then go here. Chat box is on, which is great. And then now let's see, I'm going to send myself a chat. There's settings for chat box, but nothing loaded. That's so weird. Let's just close it and see what happens. I'm gonna open it again. No, won't load. Maybe because we're live. That could be a reason. But let me go back here. I'm gonna sign into chat, and as long as we hear a ding, we'll be all right. In that sense, that's the chat window. Then I gotta set up my printers. Nah. No ding. I didn't hear no bells. Bummer. Can't make this shit up. It's okay. We'll fix it. We'll just add another window. Now I gotta add the desktop. I don't know why the chat box is not working. It's okay. We'll let it work its magic. I'm just gonna add another element. I'm gonna call it me desktop. Me desktop. And select done, because we're adding a scene, and then from the scene I gotta add a source, which would be the camera. Then I gotta shrink the camera. Media, so it would be Microsoft Screen Capture and Mac OS Screen Capture. Click add. Great. Now we've got the right source, which is fine. Just double checking. It's gonna select done. And then now I right click, right, and then I click stretch to fit screen, and then now I have a desktop, and now I can add the camera, add another camera, because it's going to be another scene. And then I'm going to video capture. You can't make this stuff up. The whole thing crashed and deleted all the settings. Action 5. And then now I'm just going to shrink this a little bit, because we usually shrink it when it's in the corner. Hold on. And I shrink it so it's about right about there. Size is just preference depending on the screen that you have. And then now I have this version. See? And now I got to add a, I'm going to click full screen me. And now I got to set that up again. I lost every window. I don't know. The stream crashed, this crash. Good for business though, because when that happens, we say, welcome back to Everything That Glitches. Excuse me, you really can't make this up. So now, desktop me, I need to add a chat box, an element. If it lets me. I added the chat box, but there was no, just didn't work. Like I added it, I should have heard a ding. But or when you're supposed to get alerts so that your streams are interactive and you know when people have chimed in. And then now that goes there. I wonder if I press settings, see what that does. Settings is still loading, so that's that's probably why I'm not getting any dings. As you can see here, I got like a spinning beach ball. It's probably getting, see. So the settings are not working. So we'll fix that soon once we can get up and running on that sense. Full screen me again. So chat settings aren't working. Then I have to add stuff, which is this camera right here. And so yeah, you really can't make this. The one thing it did save, which I'm happy, are the presets for 4K. Before I actually check, let's check on YouTube first and then check the presets on the stream. See if we go, yep, we're still streaming in 4K, which is great. And that's in these settings here. If we go here, if you click on settings and click on video, it's 3840 by 2160, and that's the 4K resolution settings. But if we go to audio, audio's fine. If we go into videos, fine. Hotkeys, or I don't use hotkeys. Advanced setting, leave it. I can't remember what those are. I'll probably have to watch my video again just to make sure that's saved. Notifications, enable notifications. I don't want to restore defaults because I never changed anything here. But it's just a bummer that the chat thingy thing is not working. But that's okay. That's not me. It's them. So now I'm just going to go back to full screen me and then continue. Now, as you can see, before I go back, let me go here. If I go to me desktop. So now you see I only have two elements. We had printers here. We had stuff here. Oh, right here. Sorry. Printers here, we had stuff here, not anymore. It crashed. Like why that happened, I don't know. So now I have to go into full screen me, but we're setting up the live stream software, one baby step at a time. But I want to go back into the browser and see. Sometimes when you go in and out, if I say testing, and then double check, make sure you have audio. Maybe there's no audio. Let's go here. Maybe I'll know once I hear myself / see myself. And then I can just rule out. Let's see. Go back to channel. Go back here, and then turn this off. Testing. And then double check. Make sure you have audio. Hey, what's up? Dog Street. Good to see that you're here. We're trying to get my setup back up. Yo, just setting up the software. Everything crashed. Got to do a hard reset, but it's fine. The remote controller crashed. This crashed. It's like you can't make this up. Let's make this shit up, like literally. But it just makes you better. Like it doesn't kill you. It will make you stronger. It's just this is a really tedious process of setting everything up again. so that it can work. But as we can see, oh yeah, maybe here, hold on a second. Let's try that. Disable. Now that should work. Let's try now. Open in browser. I think by default it's off. I think by default alerts are off. I think so. I didn't hear it. Usually it goes ching. It's fine, we'll fix it. In the meantime, I gotta add the other cameras anyway. Camera 2, I gotta add stuff, then I gotta add the printer, the 3D printers. By default, it's off. Nope. Alright, so it's on. Sometimes turning it off, if you disable it, and then re-enable it again, you get your chats back, you know? Anyway, so now we have here chat boxes there. Desktop Me has a chat box. Mac OS screen capture, chat box. Unless we have to put in the settings, right? Because I don't see the chats. Let me make a window disappear. You know, you're supposed to see. Let's see, transition. Yeah, I don't see the chat box unless it's there. Hold on. Full screen me. Yeah, usually here too would be like on the top corner, left corner. Oh, I see it down there. Okay, so we'll put the chat window here. Make it bigger. At least we can see it. That's a good thing. But we don't hear it, which is what we want. Chat box. And as you saw earlier, the settings aren't loading, so we'll just make that bigger. Bring that here. Right about there so that you guys can see. And then you don't want it to be too high up, but ideally right about there. I'll put it maybe in this corner. Right about there. And then pray, if we hit the chat box settings again, I wonder what that does. No, it's still loading, so the chat feature is not working right now. That's because of Streamlabs, but that's fine. Thanks. I'm glad you like the setup. Thank you. It was years in the making, but all the boxes behind me are empty. But anything you see in here, everything you see in here, there's been a video for, or will be a video for. But there's been a video for this, video for that, 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 video for the monitor, because we actually had a giveaway. We gave away the old monitor, which was really good, but this one was a newer one. Video for that, video for that, video for this, video for that, video for that, video for the Christmas decorations, a video for the Hanukkah decorations, a video for Christmas tree, what are they called, decors, right, little decors. Someone was sending us filament, and they said to print Christmas stuff, but the filament hasn't arrived yet to make the additional print, so hopefully they come. If not, we'll just do it like for a tax refund, what you can do with your tax refund instead of what you can buy for, or do for Christmas, because we're running out of time. The filament should have been here, and it is what it is. Anyway, a video for this, video for that, video for that. Oh, we also do soldering videos, teach you how to level up and build games like this when they work. It's a little Simon. And we built that. We have more. We do a lot of soldering in the winter, so as the weather gets colder, we'll have more videos. But we gotta set this shit up here. Are you on the East Coast, West Coast? We're on the East Coast in New Jersey, not far from New York, about 15 miles away, and that's it. You know, East Coast. But we have some people on the West Coast too. We have viewers in Europe, in London, Sweden, Russia, Poland, Italy, and all over the world. People are on this channel. We try to push our live streams. Canada, South America. What's his name? Ricardo was in Brooklyn before he went back to South America, but he took the train all the way from Brooklyn to here in New Jersey so that we could fix his drone. So people from if you're in the tri-state area, come and we'll hopefully fix your stuff too. But yeah, all over the world. And now we're just trying to get the Dayton, New Hampshire. Oh, great! New Hampshire's great. Great hiking up there. I love New Hampshire. I used to go there a lot when I was younger. Not that I'm old now. What was it? What was it? Not Mount Borer. Mount Borer is in Idaho. There was another great hiking up there that I had done in New Hampshire. What was the Kong Railway? No, that's in Mount Washington. Mount Washington. Well, I've hiked all over, but yeah, I love those areas, which is so cool. And you're in a great area for flying FPV or any particular drone, because it's out in the field in the open. Except I don't know what the neighbors are like there when they see your stuff. And they're like, hey, how many, Karens. We have a lot of Karens here, but not, thankfully they're not in my neighborhood. All right, knowing that, moving forward. So we're just trying to figure out our setup. We're trying to get our chat box back. So I have to add I have to add this camera now. So let's see what we have here. I'll just type in New Jersey. New Jersey. See, you're supposed to hear ding, but no ding. Yo, I didn't hear no bells. Yeah, I live 20 minutes from Mount Washington. I can see it out of, oh, that's nice. I remember when I hiked Mount Washington, the first time when I got to the top, I see all these cars. I'm like, oh my God, you could drive up here? And then I saw the Kong Railway, and then I was like, what? We hiked all that way for like 10 hours? And just to find out that we could have taken the train. Except I think if you take the train down, it takes you down the other side of the mountain where you want to be on. We wanted to be on the other side. But yeah, I love that hike. And it's a little scary if you've never hiked with Karens before. Not Karens, the little tattletalers, but the Karens, the little stones. Because that was the first time I was introduced to Karens, where we're hiking, we see the blue trail, whatever color trail it was, and then all of a sudden the trail markers disappear because you're above the tree line and there's no more trees to mark. And so all you see are these piles of stones, and you follow the piles of stones, and that's your guide. But when it's really foggy, forget about it. I had some friends who were hardcore, and they would go in the freaking middle of a whiteout. They would go wear the goggles, the boots, and hike Mount Washington while it's snowing. That's like my heart. I probably have a heart attack. I just can't handle that. That's so cool that you could see it from your window, though. I remember, when I was hiking, on the way there, while we were driving, because I went with friends, a bear ran right in front of the car, like literally, like just ran right across. You have to watch out for stuff like that. I don't think obstacle avoidance on the car would go beep, 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 and then you just like boom. All right, so let's see if I can get the other. That's so cool, though. That's nice, because I remember I have a hiker's guide, GPS hiking adventures and historic ruins, and one of the hikes that's in my book is the Mount Washington, and you got the GPS coordinates and everything that will take you there. All right, so let me add another camera. So now I have to add this camera. That's cool. Actually, I have to add a scene now. So I'm going to add another new scene and call it Stuff. STUFF. And then select Done. Now I'm going to add I'm going to add the chat box. I didn't realize Be Right Back was little. Sometimes. Only when the stream crashes, and only when like people have questions and they want to know what happened, because usually things started glitching out. My scroll wheel wasn't working. People wanted to know how to live stream, so anyway, I shared the secret to that, and then all of a sudden we do a follow-up after. Usually it's like, I'll see you all next time, but in this particular case the stream crashed on the remote controller, and I came on the computer and it crashed everything, so now I have to reconfigure the whole setup again, which is fine, but it's a little bit of a headache, but it just makes me see if I can still remember the setup. And so basically now I'll show you where we are right now. I'm going to do desktop me. Now I have here, see I have stuff. I have to add the camera for stuff, and then I have to add the 3D printers and then other transitions, and then we have full version of me, which is right here. But as you can see, it's a tedious process. So now I'm going to add stuff, because we do soldering videos, how-to tutorials. We build drones here. If you want to build get into FPV, every year I do an FPV series where we take one of the flight controller chips and we build something from scratch. I have the flight controllers, I have all the parts. I just need to, I think, get motors. I'm not sure. Or we'll do a Frankenstein and we'll just transpose and switch parts from one drone to another. But in this particular case, let me just add stuff. I'm going to add a source. It's not sauce, but source. Now I need to find camera, add source, and then you'll see what the stuff is. I'm going to call this, oh wow. This is a bummer because the other camera isn't showing up. That's the good thing about, well, sort of. The good thing about Streamlabs is when you disconnect the camera and then you plug the other camera back in, it should show up, hopefully. How long, Jab, you've been doing YouTube? I've been doing YouTube for about, gosh, I will tell you in a second. Video capture, add source. Many years. 3 years on this channel, 3 or 4 years on this channel, and then before that, probably 10 years ago when YouTube first started. Yeah, when everyone started podcasting, I started YouTubing with the guys from I think it was in the beginning. When you were YouTubing and podcasting, there were only a few folks on there. There was Dignation, there was like David Tarleton, there was like a couple other folks, there was me on there, and then it started growing. It was called a podcast. No one knew what a podcast was, and no one knew how to push shit up to YouTube, because you had to like create an XML file, write the code, and then feed it, and then push to YouTube through the back door. And stuff like that. Now anyone can have a podcast / stream. You just click and then you're done. But back in the day, it wasn't like that. And then I left. Then I, went on to do other things, and I gave up on the internet. And I guess you could say I missed that boat. So then many years later, I started again, and I started the how-to. I've always done the how-to. Mixed in with other stuff, but now it's just dedicated how to. At first it started off as drones. It was like drone imagery, and then if you've been following me, I kind of saw that drones were going like in a different direction, where you were sort of like the redheaded stepchild, and it was like frowned upon. And then someone in my family said, there's more to life than just drones. What if you how to by Lou? That would broaden the audience, and then you can do more than just drones. And then I was like, that's not a bad idea. I like that idea. And then that's how it became How To by Lou. And then companies started sending me stuff. Now I just have to pick and choose what I want to do the how-to video on, and then I'll show you. Now every week I get like 5 to 6 emails with offers of people saying, hey, can we send you this? Hey, can we do this and that? And I'm like, just delete, yes, no, delete, yes. Now I get to pick, but which is great, because if I had stuck to drones only, it brings more people to the channel. Like, how many people don't have a 3D printer? How many people don't know how to set up their mic? How many people don't know how to set up a live stream? How many people don't know, well, a lot of stuff. What about the ham radios, or the GMRS and stuff like that, or Bitcoin, mining for Bitcoin, which is what we just did recently. So it's sort of like broaden the horizon instead of keeping it narrow, and I kind of like that, and then I just start getting back into the drones again. But once we finish with the Mavic 4 series, and then build another drone / solder, then it's like 95% will be like a lot of the how-to stuff, and then we will still have Friday night flights. But MySpace, I remember MySpace with Tom, and then like people would like cut and paste the what do they call it, like there was a code people would steal from online to make your MySpace layout really cool, and then you would cut. No one knew how to code. They would just cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste, and then when your MySpace page crashed, you knew that you had to delete some of your customizations. And then yeah, I remember that was it back in the day. And then I don't know what happened. And then yeah, and then I think everything went back to YouTube. And then there was another platform after MySpace. It wasn't Facebook. And then people started personalizing their pages, like bio. I think bio pages came after MySpace, where it would be about Lou, and then you have like a whole biography page, and like, oh, that's so cool, and like, here, take my card, and then they link them to your bio, and then yeah, and then everyone had Tom. Tom was everybody's friend. But on that note, let me see if I can go back in here. It looks like one of the cameras isn't loading. Let me turn it off and then turn it on again. Sometimes you have to do that with this particular thing. MySpace. Oh, AOL. I remember AOL. Yeah, I hated AOL. AOL. Well, you've got mail, and AOL was good at the time, but everyone always got hacked with AOL and the Trojan viruses. Someone's always got like identity or credit card hijack from AOL, and they were notorious for the Trojan virus. I remember that. At first I liked AOL, but then so I forgot where, and then I found an ISP, internet service provider. I was like, oh wow, that's so cool. I was like, you provide internet? Like, yeah, you just call, and you have to change the modem, dial up, experience and stuff like that. I remember that. And then every time your internet didn't work, you call your support and they give some excuse like, oh yeah, the lines are wet. I'm like, what do you mean the lines are wet? That was like the popular excuse. But AOL, it was just, you're at the mercy of their server and their spam, like aggressive spam that you would have in there. But yeah, I remember AIM. And then there was like, I think they had the first messenger. You had the AOL chat messenger, which was so cool. Oh, I love geeks. Yes, we love you too. And I remember that. And then after the AOL chat messenger started to die, I think it was your Gmail account. You could log in from your Gmail account and use your Gmail as your sign-in / screen name through the Apple Messenger app. And then that died, and then Messengers took over. Then there was Google Chats. I think it's Google Chats, whatever it's called. I don't use it because it's so crappy. The Google version of iMessage, and anyone who asks for it, I just tell them no, I'll never meet with you if you tell me to meet you on the Gmail chat, whatever they call it. And yeah, and so some of the soldering videos we have here that we've built, I'll show you some stuff we built. Since this one, it's not noticing this camera. Let me just try one more time. We go to video capture, add. No. Usually, I don't know if I can add source. No, it's not seeing it. That's fine. Where is my action 5? Sometimes what you have to do is, hold on, I'll show you this thing. We built the Tesla coil. Where is the Tesla coil? Oh, here it is. So that's this here. This is a little Tesla coil. Tesla coil just like emits an electromagnetic field where it allows you to power a light bulb. I brought it to Home Depot once. They're like, what are you doing? I was like, I just need to make sure my light bulb works before I buy it. I want to try before I buy. Hopefully this fits right in. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done this thing. It's a little loose though. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. No, not this one. Hold on. Oh, it was this. No, it wasn't that one. No. Hold on. One moment, please. You sure? I thought it was. No, it's one of these things. See what happens when you don't keep your stuff together. I usually do though, especially this one, because this is one of my favorites, to be honest with you. Interesting. I got a little screwdriver for glasses. Oh, no wonder why it's the wrong side. One side is the that's the headphone jack. See, that's how long it's been since I used this. Here's the power. This one is backwards though. We do have another Tesla coil somewhere around here. I can tell it's backwards because of the way the screws line in, and this is inside instead of outside on the reverse side. But hold on a second. This one, I mean, this one will still work, but I just like to know where all the parts are when this is really weird. Unless I switched it and put the other one back out there and then this one here, unless it's in the front of me. Anyway, let's see if we can get it up and running. But I still have to find the other one because that's so weird. It's like somewhere but nowhere to be found. It'll show up. Yeah, you gotta go to bed. Hold on. Let's see. Turn it on. Oh, and of course, we have to set the voltage. Just can't. Oh yeah, there we go. It's on. It's just hard to see. And then now, if we go here, see? If we shut off the lights. Alexa, turn off camera lights. See, this is a regular light bulb. And this is the Tesla coil, except I have to find the other one. Oh, the other one's right there in front of me. And then we'll shut this off. And then we'll shut this off. And now we can take the light bulb and light it just by putting it right next to it. Kind of neat, huh? There. And you can hear music coming through it too. That's what the other port was. Anyway, what's that? Yeah, you gotta go. You should go to bed. I just came live to set up my rig again because everything crashed, and I gotta, make things work again. But anyway, the other Tesla coil is right over there somewhere, but nowhere to go. I don't know. Probably buried, but it'll show up when it shows up. And this is just an extended power source that we use when doing our soldering videos. And on that note, Alexa, turn on camera lights.
Sure thing.
All right, so now, yeah, you go to bed and we'll see you next time. My plan was not to come live. Market Bay might be here soon. Some other folks might come. Let's see what Carl Becker is saying. Carl Becker, why are you converting that light bulb? Oh, no, it's compact fluorescent. Aren't even made anymore. That's cool. Yeah, and it'll power a regular light bulb too. It doesn't have to be a compact fluorescent. It could be another bulb like this one right here. Whoops. This one is a LED light, and we can plug in an LED. It'll work with any light bulb. That was just the one we had at the time because it was supposed to be a science project for the kids at school, but then they didn't want to do it. So I was like, you know what? That's fine. I'll do it. I will make my own science project. And then now, if we go here and take this bulb, plug this in, and then now wait for it to turn on. Always make sure the voltage is correct. Should start on. See that it's not turning on. That's because this is a different one. Where is the other one? Ah, it's right in there. Okay, let me try the other one. We have two. They both work, but I just need to. See, here's the other one. This one has the parts are on back. The heat sinks are on backwards. No, except this battery is dying. There we go, 12 volts. And then we'll wait. And then there we go, turned on. And now, oh wow, I see smoke coming out. And that's this one. Oops, why is it smoking? That's weird. I'm not sure why it's smoking. That's not a good sign. Hold on, make sure nothing's touching, causing it to short. I smelled the smoke. I hate for the smoke detectors to go off because the kids just went to bed and someone will come running downstairs. Let's see if this will work now. It's so weird. You have to watch out, make sure nothing touches, otherwise... Oh yeah, it's probably the coil itself that was touching the plastic, so you got to be careful with that. And then now, see? Works with other regular LED bulbs too. Yeah, almost blew the shit up. Which is what we did with one of our drones one time with the flight controller. Kinda neat, huh? And then now, we'll just unplug it. Don't break your stuff. So that one works really cool. Except, maybe I'll just leave this in here so I don't have to go crazy looking for it. Although there's one more that I have somewhere laying around. I'll make sure nothing touches so that it doesn't blow up. This is with the one with the drone flight controllers that we blew up. Let me put this back in here so you can see. But we learned from one of our, this was in the beginning, one of our viewers slash subscribers, FPV Unknown, gave us the secret and taught us what a smoke stopper was. So without because we didn't use a smoke stopper, well, anyway, we blew up the flight controller. I don't think I have it on here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I do have it. Hold on. This one right here. I'll go to desktop, me, and then click here, and then this is what happens. So we blow stuff up. We don't always know what we're doing, but thankfully we have people on our channel that do. And FPV Unknown told us the part we need so that this wouldn't happen. So now we can build any drone, but we needed a smoke stopper. Whoops. And then of course everyone was sleeping, came running downstairs. They're like, no, it's fine, these are not the drones you're looking for. And you know, that was that. But now I'm just having trouble setting up this camera here. Oh, you didn't see, hold on a second, because I didn't do the transition, which does this. And then now when I shrink it, now you'll be able to see it. Yeah. And then if I go here and then wait for it. Whoa. Just gotta mute that so there's no echo. So much for that. Yeah, put too much power on the motors. Alright. Yeah, but then FPV Unknown disappeared. He went out into the shadows. He guided us, showed us into the light, and then once we knew what we were doing, he moved on. It was like our guardian angel, which is really cool. Knowing that and moving forward, let me just go back here to Streamlabs and then go back into full screen me. Yeah, now I'm just trying to fix that ding. You're very interesting, man. I have a degree in electronics engineering, so I find this fascinating. Oh wow, he might be able to help us level up to the next phase of our electronics, which is really cool. You might like, well, I'd show you this thing that we built, but I need to see if I can get the camera going. Let me disconnect here. So this is the only downside, is that I don't know what happened. Everything like almost blew up. The Tesla coil, because the coil was touching the plastic, which was pretty wild. So don't touch it. And then let me just take this one out. Sometimes if you take these cameras glitch out, and when they do, if you can open it, right, if you take out the battery, this is like with some basic electronic stuff, it is hot. Turn it on, press the power button, and then hopefully when I put the battery back in and put it back on its stand, I was also sent some special effects. I'll let you guys see first dibs on that. Barut, I think the guy's name is. He sent me the AI juice package, which is really cool for people that use Final Cut. That would never happen if I did only drones, which is so cool. I got sent like this $1,000 special effects package. Oh wait, I just saw your pause print Creality. So helpful, thank you. Oh yeah, my pleasure. Let me open in browser. My PLEA pleasure. Glad that pause print worked for you. What did you print? What did we print? I put the pause print in. It's here, but not here. This is what we printed with the pause print. So after you pause the print, you could put anything in there in your print. But also what some people do is they pause their print and then they put like a magnet in there, and then they make like little stickies or little other toys. But with this pause print video, we did that. So it's nice to see the videos are helping. See, if we did only drones, we limited our audience, and then we did drones only. My degree is 20 years old, so I might not be up with current tech. Neither am I. I'm never up with any, and we just do basic stuff. We just do like old school stuff, soldering, build a radio, and like rinse and repeat, and then flight controller drone. Nothing crazy that's over, like just everything is beginner. And then when you level up, so a lot of stuff might bring back memories to you, like stuff like this here. A lot of my stuff, like this was the graphics back in the day when you had your game, right? Like this was it, and the rest was up to your imagination. Let me see if the camera will load though, because this will bring back memories. I remember when I was growing up, I had the Radio Shack was the place to go. I got the semiconductor reference guide that you would buy there. AI was a thing like in the 80s, but it wasn't what it is now. Kind of outside of what I normally print. We'll give it a try. Not using it yet. I'm going to print a bicolor picture. Oh wow, that's really cool. Okay. So yeah, for me, Radio Shack was the shit. You'd go there. It's so weird though. I don't hear any dings. Let me see if this camera is added though. Let's go to here, because this is what we use to solder our soldering videos. And then just basics. Nothing. Everything is beginner level. Nothing crazy. I mean, I could do advanced, but then I don't. If you're advanced, then you're not doing. You don't need my channel. That's why everything here is beginner based. Video capture. Let's see, and then add action 5. Remember that? Radio Shack, America's Technology Store, something like that. Anyway, let me see if I can add source again. Audio output capture. I'm gonna click add source. No, definitely that's not it. Hold on, let me delete that. Remove. Yeah, it's a bummer that it's not seeing this camera, but there's another app that I have. I mean, I don't use it, but it will tell me if it's Streamlabs or not. It's this one right here. If we go, I'll just show you on the desktop me, and then shrink this, and then here. It's called Quick Cam. See, there's camera 1, and here is source. See, camera 2. So camera 2 is there, except maybe flip this here. So Streamlabs just isn't seeing the other camera, which is a bummer. And this is where we do our show and tell, like, hey, look at this. This was a game that we built, but I need to fix the other camera so that it shows up in Streamlabs, because that's how you stream with multiple cameras. Except, yeah, so if you want to get back into it for fun, I would definitely check out, you know, like, because a lot of it's fun, it's simple, it's nostalgia, you know, and just doing fun stuff like this. I'll send you a link to this for this one. You might like this one. Will definitely go down memory lane. Let me see if I can get a camera connected though, because I don't know why the other camera's not showing up. I might have to quit Streamlabs and then set it up again, reboot the machine. Before I reboot and crash for the night, I'll show you this game that you might like for starters. It's my favorite. Like, I love this one so much that we made this video like 3 or 4 times to the point. But before I go, I'll let you oh wow, no, oh yeah, we're gonna remove it. I'll let you see one of my other videos. Hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna press Command undo, and then full screen me, undo, undo, undo. Huh. Transform, stretch to fit screen. So the chats are coming in, but I don't see, it's not letting me, and then chat box. Oh, let's try that. Maybe now it'll work. Okay. And then we have action 5. And then we have stuff. This one is stuff right there. But stuff is not working. It's not showing up. Transform. Just gonna remove it. And then try and add it again. I might have to reboot. Either way, it's not working, so I'll have to like do like a private like unlisted, so that people don't get dinged. Action 5. Add source. Unless, hold on. Unless audio, media files, image. We have 3D print of the week every week. This week we didn't do it, but we'll definitely do one next week for the holidays. But I just need to bring the camera back. Media categories. And for each segment, each screen that you see, Mac desktop, full screen me, I have to add the microphone. So like each one has an isolated experience for the mic, and then, which is this one right here, the Porta Capture 8, not the mic aux mix, which probably